going to start by opening the burger file. The next thing to do is to create a pie chart. This is different to the way Office 2003 used to do it. You insert a pie chart of the style you wish, and then you choose the options to customize it once it's been inserted into the workbook. In previous versions, you used to specify most of these options before the chart was inserted. So now that it's in position, we can select it, and the chart tools will appear in the ribbon at the top. Design, layout and format. We want to use ones in layout. To first put in a chart title, center overlaid, which we can type into the formula bar at the top. We can also select data labels. The exact choice we want isn't there, so we go to the more options at the bottom. We want percentages, so we'll select those. We don't need the leader lines. Those are our percentages there. All done. Our chart is positioned underneath our menu choice as required. Now, according to the promotion, which is detailed in question 15, we now need to do some extra calorie calculations. The extra thing being done here is to wrap the text in all those column headings, which will allow those columns to be slightly thinner and the text to go onto 2 lines within the cell. I've also centered those titles vertically through the cell as well. The formula it asks us to create is to multiply, in this first case, H8 by the percentage in J2, which should work out how many extra calories have been assigned to certainly the Big Mac. If we copy this down, as it intimates to on the sheet, the formula looks rather wrong, and in fact it's not multiplying those 3 by J2, which it should be. If we use the F4 key, once we've clicked into the cell reference, to shuttle through the absolute cell reference options, we want the one that has a single $sign just before the row number, which will stop that from changing as we copy them down. Those are fine now. A sum function can add the 2 together. We can copy that down into the remaining 3 cells using the Control D option this time. The next bit is the if function. You can either type these, as we did with the average, max and min functions earlier, or you can use the function wizard button in the formula bar up there, which brings up a little dialog box containing all the options for the function. So we'll just move that so we can see what's going on. The logical test is to see whether the total calories per item, J8 in this case, is less than 450. And it tells us that for that particular case, that's false. If it had been true, we'd have displayed the word good. As it's bad, we'll display the word bad. The quote marks go in automatically. You don't need to type those. Formula results told us it's bad, which is correct in this case, so we click OK, and then we drag the formula down into the other 3. And at least one of our options is vaguely healthy. The last remaining thing is to put in a footer containing our name. That's always done in page setup in Excel, but the option to put in header footer isn't in the ribbon, so we go into the extra options and create a custom footer. And in the left-hand section, we can enter our name. page break lines have come on now, and it's fairly obvious that our sheet isn't going to fit certainly on one page of portrait A4 with the margins set as they currently are. So we'll change the orientation to landscape and see if that has any effect. It does, but not enough. There's still certain pieces of the sheet fallen onto a second page. So we'll use an extra trick in the page setup, which allows us to force the worksheet to fit, in this case, to 1 page wide by 1 tall. Now if we go into print preview, we'll see that our worksheet fits onto 1 page, so we can print that out. Our footer's down at the bottom. Select the right printer. And out it will come. Again, just demonstrating there that it's on 1 sheet. The other printout we need to do is the formula print. So we go to the Formulas tab and Show Formulas. This instantly doubles the width of every column, and in some cases that's unnecessary, so we can auto fit them to the right size again. But even in there, some cases like column E, you can manually change them out yourself. Any formatting of a numeric basis has now gone, so the percentage is now 0.125 instead of 12.5. But in our print preview, we still haven't got the row and column headings and the grid lines around the sheet, which is a requirement. Back in page setup, in the Sheet tab, we select those check boxes for grid lines, row and column headings, and click OK. And those grid lines and stuff are there. So we can now print our sheet out on 1 page again. And that's our burger model complete.